Hello everyone, good day to all. I welcome all my dear kids to today's online live classes. I am Pushpashri, faculty of Buttonware Tutorials, and I'll be handling general knowledge. So my dear kids, in today's session, let us discuss about the new chapter, that is Indian Constitution. So in this chapter, we'll be studying about the Constitution, the meaning of Constitution, importance of Constitution, about the fundamental rights, and the reason why we need a constitution, and also we'll be studying about Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and its members and all. So we'll just move on to this particular chapter, that is Indian Constitution. So first we'll study the meaning of constitution. So here we'll be studying what do you mean by the constitution. So one of the another way we had come across the word constitution. So constitution means, as we all know, it is something like a set of rules and regulations. But what is the actual meaning of constitution will be knowing here. So a constitution is a set of rules that guides how a country or a state or other political organization is going to work. Say for example, it is like a kind of rules and regulations where they will be having a set of rules and regulations, and they will guide, that means the constitution will guide that how each and every particular country has to work based on their political organizations and all. So that's the reason we'll tell a constitution is a set of rules which is going to guide how a country, so whether it can be a country or a state or any other political party, so what kind of work they have to do. So constitution is going to guide all these things, and it will also provide along with that a set of rules and regulations. And then it means the basic principles and the laws of nation. So what are the basic principles? Basic principles like food, shelter, clothing. So it all comes over that. So what is that and how it has to be treated? And the laws of the nation. What is this laws of the nation? Laws of the nation is nothing but when you are living in a country, you have to follow some kind of rules and regulations. So what kind of such rules and regulations you people need to follow? So it will be stated in the constitution. So not only for the nation, it is also for the laws of the state or any other social group. And it will tell us the powers and the duties of the government. So what kind of work does the government has to do, how it has to proceed that work. So everything they will, and to guarantee the rights to the people. That means they will tell what kind of right that the people need to have in a particular society and how they need to proceed that particular work. And also the main and the most important thing, who is the father of Indian Constitution? The most repeated question, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is the father of Indian Constitution. So you people need to remember this point because it is very much important. In the next, the Constitution was adopted in 1949 and came into force on 26th January 1950. So we just adopted the Constitution in 1949 itself. But what happened? After some days, they made some changes, and later on 26th January 1950, this Constitution came into force. So this is about your meaning of Constitution. And now we'll just move on to the importance of Constitution. So when I move on to the importance of Constitution, so here we will be studying why do we need the Constitution. That is where the Constitution is going to protect the individual freedom. So each and every individual will be having freedom, right? And the Constitution is going to protect that freedom, and also whatever the fundamental principles that the people are having, that it also protects that fundamental principles which will govern the nation. That means it is going to help the nation, it will guide the nation like how the work has to be done. And next, it provides the fundamental rights to the citizens. The Constitution of India is going to give the fundamental rights to the people. So what kind of fundamental rights? The fundamental rights they're going to give, like what kind of work they have to do, means how they have to enjoy their freedom. So everything has been stated in this fundamental right. And the Constitution governs all, and no one can violate the rules. That means the Constitution is going to govern, the Constitution is going to help, or it will state like how the people has to work. And also, so when the Constitution is providing the rule, people will follow that rule, where no one can abolish, violate. Here is nothing but no one can demonstrate this rules. And it lays down the aim, objective, values and goals which the people want to secure. That means it's going to tell what kind of works that the people have to do and how their objective should be. That means how their goals should be and what is the values they have to give, and also what the people need to secure. So about each and everything, the constitution is going to guide us. So this is about the importance of constitution. And apart from that, we have one more, that is it contains guarantee of the fundamental rights. So whatever the fundamental rights that the people are having, so the constitution will give the guarantee for them regarding this fundamental right. And this is about the importance of constitution. And next we'll move on to why do we need a constitution? So we are all having the constitution. So when we are having the constitution, what is the main reason behind that having a constitution? So why do we need the constitution? What is the main agenda behind that? So if you want to see that, the first one is we need the constitution because we need the government to protect our natural life. So we all have some life. To protect that natural life, we need some government. So when government is there, government needs some rules and regulation which they need to follow, and that will be provided by the constitution. So not only the life, the liberty, as well as the property. Okay? And the constitution is the fundamental law within which the government must operate. So there is some law, the constitution which has been provided. Under that law, the government must operate. That means the government should do all its works. And it specifies how the government would be elected. The constitution will tell you how the government is going to elect and who will have the power in the government and who will have the responsibility in the government, and also to take the important decision, how it is helpful. So all these things will be stated in this government. And the last but not least, that is, it is going to define the power of the government and rights of the citizens. That means what kind of power the people are having in a particular government and what kind of rights they are going to follow. So about all these things, the constitution is going to define. So this is about the reason behind why why do being as a citizen of India, you people need a constitution. So well, now we'll move on to the Constitution of India. So when we move on to Constitution of India, so what are the main important reasons behind having the Constitution in India? So when it started, so we'll be learning that in detail here. So that is the Indian Constitution. As we all know that it is the longest constitution, and also the Indian Constitution is the written constitution in the world. So in the world only it is the longest as well as the written constitution. And this constitution can be changed according to the requirement of time. So whenever you have to change, you can change based on the time requirement. So as we keep on changing for a technology, right? In the same way, you can change according to the requirement of the time. Only some of the rules and regulations. And the principles of the constitutions have been mentioned in the preamble. So what is this preamble? So preamble is nothing but an introductory book in that each and everything will be stated, what kind of work has to be done, how it has to be done, everything. And the principles is nothing but the rules, regulations of all these constitutions is been mentioned in this particular book. That book is called as preamble. Next, it starts with the phrase, "We the people of India," stating that the real power of the constitution lies with the people. So there is one phrase. So what is that phrase? That phrase is nothing but "We the people of India." So this constitution begins with this phrase, that is "We the people of India," that where this particular line or particular phrase is going to define that the real power of the constitution is there with the people. So the continuation of that, it is mentioned in the preamble that India is a secular state. This means no religious beliefs are involved in governments. That means, so in the preamble, they have mentioned, preamble as we all know, it is an introductory book. So in that preamble, they have mentioned that, so there is no religious beliefs are involved in the government. Okay, so that's what they are telling. So secular state is nothing but where there is no place for religious beliefs in the government. And the drafts of the Constitution Assembly was finally adopted by the Constitution's Assembly on 26th November 1949. So as we all know, it came into force on 26th January 1950. But before that, the constitution was there in our hand. On that time, some draft were there in the constitution. So they were thinking like what to include and what not to include. So when they are thinking that, so finally they started doing and they started adopted each and everything from 26th January 1950. So this day is celebrated as we all know, it is a Republic Day in the India. And the world's longest constitution is India's constitution, as we all know about it. And what is this Indian constitution is going to consist of? And the Indian constitution is going to consist of 395 articles. There are totally 395 articles, which in which there are 22 parts and there are 8 schedules. But recently they have made a change, and this 22 parts has been converted to 25 parts and 8 schedule become 12 schedule. This is about the constitution of India. So next we'll move on to the fundamental rights. So what is this fundamental rights? So fundamental rights is nothing but the rights of the people who are living in India. So this fundamental rights is being provided by the constitution to the citizens of the India. Our constitution is going to provide the main 6 fundamental rights to the citizens of India. So what are the 6 main fundamental rights? So these 6 main fundamental rights is as follows. The first one is right to equality. So right to equality is nothing but, so in the further thing we'll be studying about each and everything in detail. So now I'll just give you a glance about it. So right to equality is nothing but where each and everyone are equal in the society. Right against exploitation. Exploitation is nothing but prohibition. So child labor is prohibited, child marriage is prohibited. So each and everyone has a right regarding this particular thing. And right to freedom. So you have a right to live, right to move from one place to another, a right to eat, right to dance. So whatever the thing that you are having, that is all comes under the freedom. So you have all the right to enjoy your own freedom. And right to freedom of religion. So whenever you want, you can jump on to your favorite religion. That means you can move on from Hindu to Muslim, Muslim to Christians. So like that, you can change your religion. That comes under right to freedom of religion. And culture and educational rights. So whatever the culture and educational rights is nothing but education. Whichever the professions that you want to choose, you can choose. You have all the rights to choose your own profession as well as your own culture, and there is no restrictions. Last but not the least, that is the 6th fundamental right, that is right to constitutional remedies. That means how the constitution is going to safeguard all your needs. So about all these things we'll be studying in detail in the upcoming sessions. So this is about the today's class about Indian Constitution. It is just an introduction part. So we are going to study each and everything in next session. Thank you.